48 pounds, Rip Oliver. His partner, weight unknown in parts unknown, a masked wrestler known as the Grappler. From Mexico City, Mexico, having a combined weight of 480 pounds, the former World Tag Team Champions, a brother tag team combination, Hector and Chavo Guerrero.
And we'll be back with this match and all the action forthcoming right after we pause for these important words. All right, ready to roll now with this match. One fall, 30-minute time limit, and this area is still being battered by bad weather. We just had some electrical outages in the area. We've got a tremendous thunderstorm going on. The Sun Coast has been battered for the last 3 days, and again, we're having more power problems. There you see it. We do apologize for that, but it's something totally beyond us. The Grappler out there against Hector Guerrero, and Mikey is wasting no time in putting those fists to work.
Well, you know, the Grappler, of course, his main point would be his strength and his size. He's got Hector Guerrero outweighed. Of course, Hector is a speed merchant. He's quick, he's agile on his feet, and he's got to use his conditioning and everything to try to defeat these larger men. Grappler coming in, like you said, trying to hurt the smaller man right off the bat, but didn't work for him.
All right, the Crippler and the Grappler outside the ring now, and it's Hector Guerrero inside. Hector just finished making a movie in Hollywood, California, and has just recently returned to action. And so it's the Crippler now. Rip Oliver moving in, and Chavo Guerrero moves in. Guerrero brothers, of course, at one time held the World Tag Team Championship. A very, very powerful pair of competitors. Even though they do give away a bit of size, they have a tremendous agility and great ability in the ring.
You know, both girls, of course, coming from a wrestling background, they were brought up every day from day one, thinking and learning wrestling. And they use their agility to their advantage. They use their size to their advantage. They make their opponents carry not only what they weigh, but their weight also. And that helps wear a man down.
The Crippler got with a flying head scissors just a moment ago, and now the tag is made, and it's Hector Guerrero moving in, crashing down on the arm of the Crippler, Rip Oliver, and so it looks to me, Mike, like the Guerreros are out to cripple before the Crippler.
Well, like I've said, they've got to be very aggressive. Their high point or their strong point is their conditioning and being in good shape, and they've got to use both themselves against one man. They've got to use that tag to their advantage. They've got to get a man in the ring and wear him down.
And it's the Crippler bringing Chavo Guerrero up into full body slam. Came down with that elbow, but Chavo Guerrero slips to one side. Good spin under takedown by Guerrero. Makes the tag with Hector Guerrero.
Right there was just a good thing, or a good point to make, in that Chavo had good control of the man, had him wrist locked, but Rick Oliver strong enough to just physically pick the man up, even when he was in good control. So that's what I'm saying about they've got to wear their opponents down. They've got to tag in and out and use their conditioning to their advantage.
And you may be seeing a slight difference in your pictures at home right now. We've just again lost another bank of lights due to this severe electrical storm that is taking place here in Tampa, Florida at this particular hour. And again, the lights are back up full bright. And so we're back in action, and let's hope that Providence spares us from any more of those kind of problems. And by our way, our feelings certainly go out to all of the people in the upper Florida Panhandle and the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. They took the brunt of Elena earlier today, and fortunately we heard that there were few injuries, and we're certainly pleased about that. Guerrero's double teaming very quickly as the Grappler and the Crippler tried some double teaming. And they found out that the Guerreros apparently, Mike, as you had said earlier, did a lot of studying. And the Grappler and the Crippler suddenly found themselves here at the short end of the stick, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're a team like there, you know what your opponents, you can feel your opponents. That's one thing about the wrestling. They call it a mental and physical game of chess. And you can set a man up just like the amateurs do for a single leg, double leg, fireman's carry. You can set a man up in pro ranks for the same thing. The girls are probably one of the best tag teams as far as knowing what they're capable of doing, working together as a team, paying attention to the man in the ring, and they've got their stuff together all the time.
Certainly no question about that, and it's Chavo Guerrero stalking the grappler now.
5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Circles to his left, watches him carefully, moves in, collar and elbow. And it's a side headlock now by Chavo Guerrero. Referee is Bruce Owens. Again, the tag is made, and Hector Guerrero moves in.
Right now, Hector trying to cut his man's breathing down. The headlock puts a lot of pressure on the jaw, and
it appeared the crippler got a shot in there on him as he came off those ropes.
From this angle, I couldn't see what happened. Hector went into the ropes and almost just dropped like he'd been shot.
Grappler now, overhand right, another one, and now catches Guerrero in the pit of the stomach. And it is Guerrero dumped right into the center of the ring by the grappler. The grappler has taken a lot of punishment from Guerrero and has proven that he can take it and dish it right back. Guerrero makes it up to the ring ropes. The tag is made. The crippler moves in. It's the crippler moving up on that top rope. Catches him a rapid punch with the base of the elbow to the base of the head of one Hector Guerrero.
Hector in a very dangerous situation right now. He's in there by himself. He's got two large, strong men that have him down. They have him in control. That's a very dangerous position to be in. He needs to try to regain himself. He needs to get a break long enough. He needs to tag out and get his partner in the ring.
Reaching out, but he is too far away at this point. Massive bear hug now by Rip Oliver, the crippler.
Rip driving that shoulder into Hector's diaphragm, cutting down his breathing. You can't take a breath with a man's shoulder stuck up in you like that. And you can see the strength going out of Hector the longer he stays up there. He's got to get his arm slid down in between, try to hip toss the man out, go down into a slam. He's got to get loose and get tagged out.
Referee checking very carefully now. Notice Guerrero got that arm inside. Got the arm inside. That's going to give him some surcease and enough to break it. Good counter by Hector Guerrero. And Guerrero tried to dive over and make the tag and missed the tag. Missed the tag. A tough break for Guerrero.
That's the size of athletes today, not just in wrestling, but in football, basketball, baseball, are so big and so awesome that a good 200-pound man has got a hard time beating a good 250-pound man. And that's what we're seeing right here, right now. The Guerrero's probably one of the best teams around, but these men are bigger and stronger and in great shape, and it's just making it real hard on them.
Is indeed over the ropes now, and again, there you see the crippler with a front chancery utilizing the ring ropes as well. And the referee's attention is diverted, and it's Guerrero being punished by the team of the grappler and the crippler. To Hector Guerrero.
Hector in a lot of trouble. He's got to get out of there. He's got to try to regain. He's got to try to get his consciousness long enough to get to that corner and tag out.
That ring is 20 by 20. That can be the longest 20 in the world, though, when you're trying to get over there to tag up.
I'm telling you, I've been in that ring, like you said, for the last 13 years. And sometimes it's just, forever and ever. Like they say, so close, but yet so far. And right now, it's so far for Hector Guerrero.
Guerrero hurdled through the ring ropes to the concrete on the far side of the ring, and Chavo Guerrero, as you can see, going over very, very quickly to offer some assistance to his fallen brother.
Boy, I've been thrown out of that ring 100 times, and it's so dangerous. That concrete floor is very unforgiving. One ding in your elbow or your knee. A lot of times fans throw something. If the floor is wet with a Coke or something, you try to hit on your feet go right out from under you and smack right on your head. You need to stay in the ring. It's tough enough, but that floor is dangerous, dangerous. Plus with that steel railing around the ring, that's a very dangerous place to be right now.
It is indeed, and once again, Guerrero trying to get back in the ring. The crippler caught him on the top of the head with the flat of the foot. Drove a knee into his side that time and then catches him with a foot again. And now Chavo Guerrero charging into the ring. Guerrero moves in, and the crippler very quickly backing away. But now you'll notice on the left-hand side of your screen, there was the grappler catching Guerrero outside near our timer's table.
You know, I'm not meaning to break in. I realized to try to get the best videos that they can, but the wrestlers are going to try to take advantage of all the tables and things around the ring, just like you just saw. I know exactly what they're thinking, and the tables for the cameramen to stand on can be very dangerous.
Guerrero coming up very, very slowly, being assisted now by his brother Chavo Guerrero. Remember, this match, one fall with a 30-minute time limit. We're coming to you direct from the University of South Florida Sundome in Tampa, Florida. Irish whip on Guerrero. Guerrero somersaults free. Catches him with a good cross-body block coming off the ropes. Near fall. And near fall. Great second effort on the part of Hector Guerrero.
That's just what I was talking. He saw that little open. He saw that chance for an offensive move. But there he goes again. A lot of times you think he's down, but he's thinking all the time. He's just waiting for that chance.
Guerrero bought up, full body slam by the grappler. And the grappler went to use his head as a battering ram, and it was Guerrero ducking away from that.
Right now, it's the best chance Hector's had in a long time to get out of that ring. Before you can get turned around, there's no landmarks or anything. All those ropes look the same, and it's easy to lose your direction.
He just barely missed the tag. Those hands crossed, but just did not make contact. And so it is Guerrero, Hector Guerrero, still in trouble in the ring. He needs very, very badly to... A good block by Guerrero. Trying to bring him up a vertical suplex, and Guerrero continues to block him. Reverses the situation on him. Both men get those shoulders off before the count. Guerrero coming up slowly. The crippler makes the tag. It's the grappler moving into the ring. And the grappler taking a cheap shot at Chavo Guerrero. And so Hector Guerrero is over in the corner, but Chavo was not there. Chavo was not there.
Boy, Gordon, I know how hard it is. When my father and I wrestled as a tag team, it's hard to stay in there. For me to stay outside and watch my father get hurt and vice versa. And right now, these two brothers, Chavo should have been in the corner, but because of his brother's injury and being hurt, your emotions take over, and you can't wrestle emotionally. You've got to think about what you're doing and think what's best to win the match.
And it is Guerrero in trouble now, as he does not have a sleeper hold per se, but apparently that arm is coming down across that carotid artery. Guerrero gets that arm up in the air, Javi. Yes, you can see it now. And apparently it is not down solidly across that artery, and consequently Guerrero is still getting a supply of that life-giving fluid into his brain, so he is not losing consciousness. In fact, the matter is, with the crowd roaring behind him, it is Guerrero regaining his feet. He fires to the midsection of the grappler, fires again. Again, another right hand that takes him off his feet. Guerrero tried to get over and tag up, but they tripped him up.
Hector right now seems to be reviving some. A lot of times you'll catch your second wind and try to get that second wind and make it in there. He's thinking, making aggressive moves, offensive moves, which he needs to, and still trying to get to his brother and tag out.
Again, Guerrero short-circuited in his attempt to get over and tag up with Chavo. I'll tell you what, the grappler and the crippler have got some strategy working here. That good block by Guerrero, and Guerrero used the atomic knee drop very effectively. And it's Guerrero making the tag. Chavo Guerrero charges the ring.
Chavo coming in with a lot of fire. He's been on that apron now for about 5 minutes. The adrenaline's flowing. He's been watching these guys beat on his brother, and he's ready to get him right now.
Somersault and reverse somersault once again. Brings him up. A beautiful, beautiful head.
Coming in with a victory roll. Hector Guerrero coming off the top rope on his other man. Right now, the Guerrero brothers are almost out of control. They don't really care about wrestling. They've had enough. That Mexican blood's coming out in them, that fire and aggressiveness, and they're coming after these two.
The Crippler pounds away now at the side of the head, and now the Grappler. Now it's the Crippler and the Grappler. And they've got the Guerrero brothers in trouble once again. Good reversal here. And a standing guillotine. Guerrero toppled over that top rope. And the referee knocked to one side. And the Grappler loading that boot. The Grappler loading the boot. He caught the Crippler. He caught his partner. And now they're outside the ring battling. Chavo Guerrero and the Grappler outside. They're over to the Crippler. And the count is on. The count is on. Hector Guerrero scoring the pinfall after the Grappler inadvertently booted his own partner. And let's